poem Wind, which we started in the previous class. In the previous class, we learnt about the poet of this poem, who is C. Subramaniam Bharatiya. He was popularly known as Mahakavi Bharatiya. Why was this name given to him? Because he was one of the greatest writers of his time. He used to write poems in Tamil. He was also known as father of Tamil literature, as he used to write his prose and his poetry, whatever writings he was doing, on the basis of the theme of patriotism and nationalism. That is why he was also known as social reformer and activist. Now, let us just revise what we have learnt in stanza 1. Okay, what we read in the stanza 1, that the poet here advises, the poet here makes a request to the wind to come and blow softly, so that it does not make or create any kind of destruction. So that is what we have read in the stanza 1. It tells, don't scatter the papers, don't throw the books, don't throw the shelves, okay, making a request. It is just like, you can say that the stanza 1 is compared to the young age of a human being, the childhood of a human being, where the person is very weak, okay, it has just born and doesn't know what is going around. So we have to be very soft in terms while dealing with it. So that is what the poet is trying to say here to the wind also. So to be polite and humble as it blows. And what is the poetic device that we notice here? That is personification or symbolism that you are going to notice throughout the poem. The poem here is referring the wind as sometimes you, okay, and he is referring it to as a human being. When some things, the natural things or the animals, the plants are given the human traits, they are in the poetic device, we call it as personification. Now, what was the other poetic device? That was anaphora. As I told you, the word don't is repeated here in the consecutive lines in the starting of the line. Okay, when such is the case, it is the poetic device anaphora being used. Now, let's see in the stanza 2. What we here learnt in the stanza 2, that again the poet says that in spite of making requests, you are not approving it, you are not listening to it, but what you are doing, you are still creating some or the other kind of destructions. Okay. So what is the poet here saying? That what kind of destructions? You are breaking the books, you are breaking the pages of the books, you are torn the books, then you accusing the wind to bring that. The wind is so powerful that it brings the rain along with, which makes more other damages and the destructions in our human life. Okay, see, you are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. So what is the next accusation that is putting on the wind by the poet? He says that you are very clever. Why? Because you target those people, those who are very weak. You target those certain things, those are very weak in nature, and it is very easy for you to break them, okay, to destroy them. So that is what is being referred here in the last line. Okay, now here also, if you observe, again poetic device anaphora has been used here when the line is starting with you and you. Okay, we see the consecutive lines are starting with the same word. Then again we say that the poetic device anaphora is used. Now, let us see what poet has said in the third stanza. What he says here, let us read and understand. Frail, crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. He won't do what you tell him. So what is the poet trying to tell us here? Let us understand line by line. The first one, frail. What is the meaning of frail? Frail means here weak. Here the poet is referring to the weak things or the weak people is being crumbled. Crumbled here means breaking. Okay, crumbling means to break something. What is the wind crumbling? Houses, then doors, rafters. What are rafters? Rafters are the beam which is supporting the roof of the houses. Okay, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. Even the human beings are being broken, are being destroyed by the wind. Okay, the wind god winnows. What is the poet here referring the wind as? God. Winnows and crushes them all. Now what is the meaning of winnows? As we know that the grain of the wheat is separated from its husk. Okay, that is known as winnows. In the same way, what is the poet trying to tell us? That here it is the people are being compared with wheat. Okay, the human beings are compared with wheat. In which sense it is said that as we are hitting hard on the wheat and the grain is separated from the husk with the help of the strong wind which is blown onto it. In the same way, the wind, which is referred to as the problems, the adversities in our life, it helps, it is what doing, it is separating the weak people from the strong people. Okay, so as the wind blows, what is happening? The people who are weak, they are going to give up, they are going to break down, and the strong people will be surviving. So that is what is being referred or being explained here by the poet, that when the problems are coming in our life or any kind of difficult situation when we face, what happens that if we are weak, we are definitely going to break. Break in the sense we are going to give up, we are just going to think that our life is destroyed, it is finished, in the sense that we will not be like showing the courage to fight against the problems, and we won't be able to succeed. But the people who are strong, they are going to bear the problems. They are going to stand strong against the problems, against the difficult situations. Okay, they are going to, like, it is just like building a protecting shield within around yourself, that nothing is able to harm you in the sense that it is not breaking you mentally as well as physically. Okay, so here that is what we explained here. He won't do what you tell. Now what is the meaning of this line? He won't do what you tell. Here the poet says that wind is never going to do what you want it to do. In the same way, we can just connect this with our real life. We never see that the things which we want, the way we want the things to happen with us, okay, within our surroundings, it is never going to happen in that way. Whatever is planned by the God, it is going to happen in that particular way only. Okay, so we have no control on our lives, and we don't have even the control on the problems of our life, the situations which we are going to face in the future. Okay, in the coming time, we are never known to it. But what should we do? We should be prepared well in advance, in the sense that we should be strong enough to face any kind of circumstances which are being thrown at us by this life. Okay, so here this is being said by the poet, as wind is not listening to us, it is not blowing softly, it is not stopping to damage, to create damage. In the same way, life is never going to be in your control. It is going to give you what it wants to. Okay, it is up to us how we are taking it, how we are reacting to it, and how we are able to manage the things. Okay, so that is what poet says here. Now, let us see in the next stanza. So come, let's build strong homes. Let's join the doors firmly. Practice to form the body. Make the heart steady fast. Now, In the next, this fourth stanza, what is the poem advising? What is the suggestion the poet is giving? The poet is saying that wind is not in our control. Our life is not in our control. Okay. So what can we do? Rather, we can just build ourselves more and more strong with more of the determination, more of the courage, and to fight or to face any kind of situation that the life is giving us. So we should be that much strong, not only physically but also mentally, strong at our heart also. Okay, so join the doors firmly. Let us be together, stand together to fight any kind of difficult situation. We all know this. Whenever we are in the problem, we seek the help of our loved ones. Okay, the ones who are very close to us. So we should what do? We should be very closely building the bond with our friends, with our family, so that if any kind of situation is there, when we hold our hands together, it is very easy to cross the difficult path. That is what is being suggested by the poet. Practice to form the body. Practice to form the body here means to make yourself more and more strong. Form here refers to the strong body. Make your body more and more strong. Make your mind more and more strong. That no matter whatever is the situation, I am going to overcome that. Okay. So here the poet also advises us. Okay. This thing. Make the heart steadfast. Your heart should be strong. It should not be very weak. Some people are very weak, emotionally very weak. Okay. When they hear or when anything, small things also are happening with them, they give up emotionally. They're very disturbed emotionally. So we should not be in that state. Rather, what should we do? We should be very strong at our heart also. Why is the poet saying these things? Because we never know what is going to happen tomorrow. Now, this can be very beautifully related to the present situation. Okay, what is the present situation? We were very disturbed when the virus came into existence. Okay, mentally disturbed. All of us have locked down ourselves at our home. Okay, so what happens after a certain point of time, when we are seeing all these things, when we are able to understand what is happening, we are now adjusting ourselves. Rather than escaping the situation, what are we doing? We are adjusting ourselves, molding ourselves into the situation, into the present situation. What we were doing earlier, 3 months before, 4 months before, what we were doing, we were locking ourselves into the houses. We were just like trying not to let the problem come to us. Now what is the present situation? When it has been so widely spread. Earlier it was very rare that these things were found, the virus or the infection you can say, but now it has been spread so much. But what is the situation? What do you observe now? People are more and more out. How are they more out? In the sense that now they have learned, they have adapted themselves, they have molded themselves to the situation. They have accepted this mentally as well as physically. They are now strong in the mind also, in the body also, taking all the protective measures, okay, and going to their daily routine life. So that is what we have to do, okay. So it is a very famous saying that adversities make us wise. What is the meaning of that? Whenever we are facing any kind of problem, any difficult situation, we should think that it is preparing us. Okay, it is making us polished. Polished in the sense to shine more, to grow more and more wisdom within ourselves. Now, let us read further the last stanza. See, do this and the wind will be friends with us. Whatever we are doing this, whatever the life is giving to us, the difficult problems or the situations, when we make friends with them, okay, friends in the sense that we are always ready to face them. What is happening? It becomes very easy for us to react and to deal with the situation. The wind blows out weak fires. So what is the wind doing? Those who are weak, they are being easily blown away, they are easily being broken by the smallest of the problems also. But the ones who are very strong, what is happening? He makes the strong fires roar and flourish. Now here the poet gives the example of the fire. We all know that fire needs air to burn. When the fire is very weak, when the fire which we are burning with the help of matchstick, okay, that is very easy for us to blow out as it is weak, okay. But the strong fires, when it gets more of the wind, more of the air supply, it's just a roar, the flame rises, okay, and flourish. It is flourishing in the sense it is spreading. So that is what the poet is trying to tell us, that if you are weak, the problems are going to make you more weak. And if you are very strong at your mind and body, these problems are definitely going to make you more wise and make you more strong and determined to get that success in your life which you want to have. So we should be in that state. His friendship is good. His friendship is good, man, in the sense means these problems and situations, we should not feel that, why me? Okay, this is the very general, you can say the common thing each one of us feel. If any kind of difficult situation comes in our life, what is the first thing that we say to ourselves? That why is it me? Why the God is doing this with me? Rather, what should we do? That we should take it in the positive way, that yes, I am capable of doing this, or I am capable of surviving the situation. That is why the God has chosen me to put me into this difficult situation, because He trusts me and He knows that I am going to definitely cross this, okay, overcome this. So that is why I am being chosen. Don't think in the negative way. Next is, we praise Him every day. So we should praise the difficult situations, the problems in our day. Praise in the sense that we should be like in the, always be in the positive mode, that whatever the life is giving me, it is for my betterment, okay, making me more and more better, making me to survive more, okay. So this is what the poet is trying to give us the message. Now let us just revise what all things we have learned through this poem. What was the first thing? We should be strong in our mind and body. We should make ourselves mentally stable or alert for all the difficult situations that comes up in our life. The wind indicates the difficulties and challenges. As I told you, the poet here, with the help of the wind, the wind is standing here for the difficult situation, the difficulties, the adversities, the problems that comes in our life and tries to destroy or create some other kind of destruction in our life. See, we should face our problems boldly and stand firm in the difficult situations. So that is what we need before the body, before keeping our body fit and strong. What is the most important thing that we should keep in our mind? It is that we should be mentally more strong, okay, mentally more fit to face any kind of situation. See, now also if we see that, what was the situation created 4 months, 5 months before, when this pandemic has come? Okay, we were all not mentally prepared for this at all. But what is the time today? Now you are having your classes also, and slowly and gradually what are we doing? We are just going back to our normal life. Okay, if you compare your life 3 months before, what was the condition, and now, and you will see and observe all around you, the things are going normally. Okay, everything is being going into normality, in the sense that people have made themselves mentally fit to survive in the present situation. So such should be our determination, our mental state, that we should be able to fight or to survive any kind of situation given to us. Okay. Next, what do we learn? Unless we fight with our hardships, so we are not going to succeed at all. Unless we learn how to fight with our hardships. Okay, how to deal with our problems. We are never going to get success in our life. Okay, hard work pays. Hard work pays. Poem. So this is all for today. Stay positive, stay strong, and always be ready for any kind of situation in your life. Thank you. God bless you all.